Welcome along to One Hub Racing. This is the final round of the Precision Tier Championship, and we go to Italy once again. We go to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix in Imola, one of the newest tracks on the calendar, a track where the drivers need to practice quite a lot in order to get a good result around here. We've seen people make a lot of mistakes in plenty of the other tiers, and the most important thing we've got today is we've got 4 drivers still in the championship hunt, the most open out of all the tiers this season. My name is Jess, and joining me for the final time this season is Jamie. How are you doing?
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Should be a great season-ending race. A new track to everybody in the game. Obviously, it's not new to Formula One, but he has obviously recently returned, and it's going to be on the calendar next year. So we've got a few more years of this amazing circuit in the beautiful Emilia Romagna region of Italy. And of course, you've got 4 drivers going for the championship. Now that is quite incredible. 4 people going for the championship, and the 2 main tactics I think are Glock and Larkin, but them 2 Aston Martins behind, they're there waiting to pounce. And we've already seen this previous tiers tonight, that this track, it does punish mistakes.
It does punish mistakes on the curbs as well, and we've seen plenty of few spins and also a lot of penalties as well. And if there's wet weather running, then the drivers will probably be wondering what the hell is going on. So, a little bit of information about the track. It's 4.909 kilometres long. It has 19 turns, 10 to the left and 9 to the right. Only one DRS zone, which is at the start finish straight, which means you've really got to get a good qualifying session in order to maximise your results. And we got the C4, the C3s and the C2s tonight for the soft, mediums and the hards. Soft can last 13 laps, medium 17 and hard 22. And the pit stop loss here is a massive 30 seconds, similar to what we saw in Silverstone many rounds ago. I think it was round 7 Silverstone, so quite similar to that as well. So before we get started, because I think we're waiting for a few more drivers, that's why I think we're hanging on for an extra 5 minutes or so. It's good for us because we get to talk about the permutations a little bit. So, like guys, we said, 4 drivers can mathematically win this championship. Everybody else is eliminated. So that is Glock, Larkin, Chris and Scorpion. So, if Glock finishes 3rd or higher, no one can mathematically catch him. He will win the championship. If Glock finishes 4th, Larkin must win the race. Otherwise, Glock is champion. If Glock finishes 5th, Chris must win the race with fastest lap to win the championship. Larkin must finish 2nd with fastest lap, otherwise Glock wins the championship. If Glock finishes 6th, Chris must win the race. Larkin must finish 2nd, otherwise Glock wins the championship. Scorpion must win the race with fastest lap to win the championship if Glock finishes 7th. Chris must finish 2nd, Larkin must finish 3rd, otherwise Glock is champion. If Glock finishes 8th, Scorpion must win the race. Chris must finish 2nd, Larkin must finish 4th with fastest lap. Otherwise, Glock is champion. If Glock finishes 9th, Scorpion must win the race. Chris must finish 3rd. Larkin must finish 4th. Otherwise, Glock wins the championship. If Glock finishes 10th, Scorpion must finish 2nd. Chris must finish 3rd. Larkin must finish 5th. If Glock finishes 11th, Scorpion must finish 2nd. Chris must finish 4th with fastest lap. Larkin must finish 5th. If Glock finishes 12th, which is basically 1 point, Scorpion must finish 2nd to win the championship. Chris must finish 4th. Larkin must finish 6th with fastest lap, otherwise Glock wins the championship. If Glock does not score, Scorpion must finish 3rd, Chris must finish 5th, and Larkin must finish 6th. So those are your permutations. So if Glock could continue his consistent form and not bin it like he's done in previous races, then he's got the championship in the bag. But I'm really excited for this championship one. We'll go through the standings in a minute, but it is a 7-point gap between Glock and Larkin up top.
Yeah, Larkin last week got that crucial fast lap point, which may become decisive at the end. But yeah, as you mentioned, Glock only has to finish on the podium. And looking at his results this season, he's finished on the podium 6 times. He's finished the podium 5 times out of the 9 races. So you have to say odds definitely get for him. But yeah, I think the Aston Martin guys, they got hope, got DNFs. I think I know he say he can finish 4th if he finishes 12th, but I think the Aston Martin guys got hopey DNFs, and but even then, Larkin's in the prime seat. This is so interesting. Obviously, we're going to mention Aston Martin won the Constructors last week, and Aston Martin yet to win a race this season. They've won the Constructors title. This shows you that the consistency is key, and they've had a lot of second place Aston Martin. I wonder if they may get a win today. They might not win for the championship, but I think one of these guys wants to win, at least end the season with a race win.
Exactly, and don't forget last week we crowned Aston Martin the Constructors champion, so Chris and Scorpion have done one thing tonight. They're looking for one of them to do the double. We'll have to wait and see. We got rivalries this week, and we have, well, the press have decided to put the two closest guys in the championship fight, which is Glock and Larkin. And Glock was asked, he had the most wins of anyone in this tier, but still could be the one to lose out. What are your thoughts ahead of the championship finale? And Glock said, all I'm thinking of is getting the win. I want to end on a high with a great race between the top two and the best races still left in the title fight. I like a race-long battle with Larkin, and hopefully we can put on a show. Also hoping that nobody tries any underhand or plain dirty moves when they're not going to win it. And I think he described a little bit in his pre-race interviews about that as well. And Larkin was asked, is 7 points too many to overhaul in the final race, or do you have something special up your sleeves? And he said, I'm not holding up much hope. If it was a stronger track for me, then I've had some confidence, but my pace around here seems terrible. I'll be praying for rain, just got to try my best, and if it isn't enough, then Glock will most likely win a well-deserved championship. So I think Glock and Larkin seem to have a huge respect for each other. Glock doesn't have respect for the two Aston Martin drivers, but at least he has respect to the guy that's in second place in the championship. So whoever wins this championship, I think it's definitely going to be well deserved.
Yeah, there's definitely some tension between the Red Bull and Aston Martin drivers, and that is mutual. The Aston Martin drivers don't like Glock either. We've seen it in the chats, in the racing. There have been incidents in Singapore and Austria in particular. I think Austria, that's when it started to derail between the relationship between them three drivers. So yeah, that could be interesting. And Larkin, yeah, just respect Glock, and they had a really good battle. They were by far the two fastest drivers last week in Spa. And Larkin really, I think he needed to win the race last week to have a realistic chance of winning it, but he's still in there. He's got hope for a better luck. And yeah, 7 points, it is quite a big gap. As we could have been hot and cold this. Obviously, I think this week the hot and cold decided to focus away from the championship fights. And the hot list guy was a guy that's gone a bit under the radar this season in Colin. He's finished every race by 100 points. And if you could find a bit more pace, maybe he could have fought for the title. So yeah, Colin has been very consistent, but it's like that few attempts to really fight for podiums and wins. And Riley on the cold list, not a huge surprise because he's only 1 point finished season and one other non-points finishes. So he's basically hasn't finished in 7 of the 9 races this season. Time to improve, and yeah, and I don't think he's here tonight, so he won't be improving tonight either. And Scott and obviously we had the press conference. Well, it was open to everybody, but due to some website issues, not many drivers were able to answer the press conference. But Scorpion did answer. The question was, well, it's been a memorable season for different reasons. How's it been for you, and what will you be looking to do to improve in the final out for this season? Scorpion said it's been an up and down season for him. The first half of the season, him and Chris are really strong, always scoring second place for like the first 6 races, and then they start struggling a bit. They have slight championship hopes, but a lot of things need to go in their way to realistically be in the running. He'll still do his best though. He went in the season hoping to win the Constructors Championship again, and that's what he did by a big margin. He did, because the second drivers for Red Bull and Mercedes haven't really done a lot this season. They're probably the closest team at pairing on the grid on pace, and always close in the race. And I think they deserve to win that at the very least. So yeah, they have been a very good pairing, and I think they did deserve winning the Constructors Championship because they have been a really good pairing. They really do work well together, and the amount of times he needs to on the same bit of tarmac is incredible.
Yes, they finished 3rd and 4th 2 weeks ago when we were last out in USA, which shows they were definitely working together there. So before we start and whilst people ready up, let's go quickly run through the championship standing. So Glock leading by 7 points to Larkin. So Glock's on 105, Larkin's on 98, Chris is on 95, Scorpion's on 91, Verheiden's on 68, Johannes on 68 as well, Jana on 64, Lukey on 64, J-Luke on 50, Casper on 40, White Fountain on 39, Nick on 37, Kyle on 35, Lakita on 29, Colin on 27, Ali B on 10, Battle Angel on 7, Riley Byes on 2, and Passe, the only driver yet to score, and he's not here tonight, so he's not going to be there, unfortunately. And you've noticed that there's a TBA in a Mercedes seat, but we do have some good news. We managed to fill the vacant seat for one night only. He is an ERT driver, and I think he was in there last season as well, but under a different name. And it's Corey, also known as Corsa, so he'll be taking over Fatality's seat in a Mercedes. So I wonder how he's going to do here tonight in a position tier. He is quite quick, but we haven't obviously seen him around Imola because we barely race in it. So it should be interesting how that goes. But I believe qualifying is about to get underway, so I'm not going to wait too long. We're about to get started. As who's first out? I think it's
Colin.
Huh?
Colin's out first.
Colin is out first. Obviously our lobby host throughout the season. Thank you to him as well. He's one of our admins, and he's also one of our people who does all the results each week as well. So thank you to him as well, because without him, there'll be no standings to put up. So, and he's also done a great job as tier coordinator in position tier. But like we said earlier, he's hoping for a much better result, and hopefully he could get in the points. I think that's what he's aiming for, really. Getting the points really more than anything, because obviously this is a higher tier than expected. His pre-race interview saying that the break we definitely helped his confidence, and it took him a while to learn them on the track, but he doesn't like the first two corners. Well, that's where I binned it. Actually, no, I binned it turn 3 and 4 in my race earlier. And Colin is actually setting big expectations for himself. He's hoping for a podium. Now, that's going to be a big if, I think, because obviously he got promoted from podium last season. There was races where he's almost there, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. And we'll go through the rest of the answers in a minute. But it is quite overcast at the moment, so we'll see how he does on this lap.
Yeah, speaking of weather, it's going to be overcast qualifying, but the race will be dry. It's going to get overcast towards the end, but we will have a dry qualifying and a dry race. Yeah, I mentioned Colin, his best result so far is 7th place, so yeah, leap to podium is quite a leap, but if he's feeling good in practice, and if he keeps on the island, if you keep an eye around here, you will get a good result, because I do see a lot of cars binning it and having incidents. So especially lap 1, it's so difficult. Get that first 2 corners right, start the race, and Colin comes some traffic now, overhaling, kicks away nicely at the toes. So this is a difficult corner to get your traction. You can easily lose the rear end there, but it gets a nice one there, and through this, well, this section coming up, it's very difficult. It's a lot of elevation change, and it's so easy to run right here and invalidate, which he hasn't done there. He's done that quite nice. He's got a car ahead, and this car might be the sole lap. It might affect him through the Variante Alta. This is that epic section. You get this right, you feel really good about yourself. And this chicane here is alright. It's so difficult. So difficult as the McLaren, I think, distracts Colin. I think Colin was distracted by that McLaren, totally missing the chicane.
Yeah, he was, but he nailed it before that, so he was looking quite impressive at the moment. So here he goes then. I need to remember what corner it is, because I still don't know the track off by heart. We're still getting used to it. But anyway, we're heading to the final corner of turn 19, and he's going to the pits. So I guess he wasn't happy with that lap. He doesn't have enough soft to go with, so maybe it might have just been a lap to get under his feet a little bit. I'm trying to see who else is about to cross the line. I think Janel. Yes, Janel will come across the line. So he set the benchmark time 1:14.9. That is a good benchmark time so far. Next across the line will be Corey, who is about to start his lap. Scorpion crosses the line. He sets the line in P2. Then we've got, I believe, Lukey, who scored quite well this season, is in P3. And then we got a Red Bull of Glot, obviously championship leader, who's about to start his lap. He's on the medium tyres, same with Larkin, so both our championship contenders go for the same strategy. Larkin has unfortunately invalidated though, so he'll have to go again.
Yeah, because you only get 3 sets of softs, and you expect the strategy to be soft, medium, soft. So these guys, the same set, they're going out mediums, and the same set of softs for the race, I think, as Scott, as Chris. As we mentioned, them 2 closest pairs are going to have 5,000s together as Glock. We have seen Glock though do some really quick lap times on the medium, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how his pace is. Obviously, he's the qualifying master this season, and yeah, he's just in a different league pace-wise than qualifying. Even though Larkin has got close to him on a few occasions.
Yeah, he has. Quite a few people were quite close, but no one could match the pace that Glock was able to in qualifying, and he looked really confident going into that chicane, and which I definitely struggled on, and it just looks so different in overcast conditions compared to obviously sunny at the moment. But I wonder if that's going to help in terms of track temperature for some of these drivers. So Glock comes across the line, and it is going to be a 1:15.3. Puts himself in P5. Not a bad lap on the means. The fastest on the means so far. And Corey's gone into the pits. Larkin, I think, will go into the pits as well. No, he goes again. And did he invalidate again? I think he invalidated again. Yeah, he did invalidate again because he did not sell lap time. Naughty Larkin. If he wants to win the championship, you can't really invalidate your laps like that.
No, yeah, that's not good. It's so easy to validate around here. I know in my qualifying, I validated all my first runs. I only had one run at it. So yeah, it's so easy because you go wheel. It seems like around here the track limits is the white line. So just go over the white line and you won't get an invalidation. And I think I mentioned that time by Glock, the delta between the soft and the mid tyre is around 9/10. So if you take 9/10 of that lap time, it's mid 14.
Yeah, well, to be honest, with safety cars, you could push some stints to go for a bit longer. We'll have to wait and see. Ali B comes across the line. He puts himself into P7, so the times are quite close already. That's how close the position here is. Colin, like we said, is going out again. I think he's using his second set of softs, so that's a bit risky, but he's purple set to one in the game. But I need to check Taz actually, because I haven't got Taz open. Naughty.
He's not purpled it.
No, Colin has gone purple. The game's not lying. The game's not lying for once. And so he's going towards the second chicane, which he nails quite well actually. And much better than last time, so it's going to go even quicker. He wasn't purple in Sector 2 though. Purple Sector 2 belongs to Chris actually, with a 25.5. It's Sector 2 with a 26.56, so he's about a tenth slower in the middle sector. But this should be a good lap for Colin actually. But he's derated his pole position provisionally by 3/100 of a second to Channel. That is not too shabby for Colin. Maybe he's hoping for this podium after all.
Yeah, he really did nail the last few corners. The really nice line through there. Maybe he says a bit battery halfway on the lap. He may have lost a temp or two at the end of derating, but still a good lap there by Colin. And yeah, his pace looks really strong for Colin today. That's quite an impressive lap. And the pole position, I think he could be quite high up there. I think that lap would be quite good already. Even if he didn't improve anymore, I think that will put him quite high up on the grid. As there's a Nick still in the pits, and Nick keeps saying he can get pole position. We've yet to see it from him as he's leaving the pits. So Nick, he's bound his bottle about 3 pole positions, but it doesn't matter if you do that. You have to do the lap. So Nick has to get his shape. He has to get himself in gear if he wants to get good qualifying.
Yep, exactly as well. Johannes had a bit of a moment almost going through the bumps in turns 2 and turns 3 and 4 there, but he seems to be managing it quite nicely. Did quite a few drivers not to say a lap time. Johannes near the bottom at the moment, but he's finding some good time. And as we've seen in most of the tiers tonight, if you finish, you're more than likely going to be scoring points. So plenty of chances to keep going. And if you mess up, it's only the final round of the season. But for the top 4, they can't mess up at all, because obviously the constructors have been decided, just the drivers, and it's also second and third place in the drivers' standings to be decided as well, which can only go to our top 4 really. So from Verheyen downwards, you're fighting for best of the rest really. And between Johannes and Verheyen, it's it's quite a bit of a gap. They're on the same point, so if one of them mess up, they could really capitalise here at the moment. So let's see what Johannes can do. Use that curve very nicely indeed, but we'll see what he does. He's setting personal best, and it is pole. He had a brilliant final sector. Purple. No, he did get. He didn't get purple final sector. He just had a brilliant final sector. I think Janel got the purple final sector at the exact same time. So, wow, I was not expecting that from Johannes.
Yeah, that's crucial. He just kept the battery to go over the line, because Colin, he lost 2 tips that final sector. So it just shows you, if you derate across the line, even though the finish line does come up quite quickly, you will lose time. But yeah, Johannes, we're not really sitting that high up in qualifying much this season. Obviously, a lot of drivers picking the fantasy. Well, they won't be too happy if he's on pole, but I think he will. So Johannes, this is his last race, I think, league race tonight on F1. So he wants to go on a high. And also, I think it's Jarno's last race as well. So these guys, they're retiring at the end of tonight, and they're both doing good qualifying. So I have to say, they're ending on a high at the moment.
Yeah, I think everybody would want to get a podium or win to end their season on a high, but no, not all 16 drivers are going to do that. Not going to lie. And it's also the last season of One Hub for a while, actually, as One Hub will be going for an extended hiatus on the F1 side until around about late spring is when we're going to be doing the final season on F1 2021. So it's going to be weird for most of us to not race in One Hub for a while, but with the plans that we got for season 20, it'll all be worth it, and I'm sure everyone will get a good chance to relax, and the admin's a chance to relax as well, because we've been so busy the last few seasons. But Nick has just finished a lap. I'm just trying to see if anyone's on a lap, actually. Loki!
Purple.
Loki's gone purple. 1:14.7, 6:17, blah, blah, blah. 6/100ths of a second quicker. And there we go. The quali merchant himself, who is in the running to win the pair of sim racing gloves, is on pole position with a 1:14.5. 2.3 have to say. I've got a pair of Sim 21 racing gloves myself. It looks good. And Chris goes second fastest.
Yeah, Nick's on a decent lap as well. Nick's got 2 personal best sets. His teammate though, his teammate maybe holding him up, but he got a toe of his teammate. I think Nick could be on for a good lap here. He's purple sector 1. He's got quite a decent middle sector, a few times down, but Nick can definitely jump up with that top 4 of a good final sector. Crossline now, what is it? Well, it doesn't improve. I think that toe may have actually been a hindrance. I think he might have actually got held a bit there by White Fountain.
Yeah, it's quite hard to tell around this track, especially with a lack of experience. Where to get the toe, to be honest, and if you don't have your teammate for company, then it's not good. But to be honest, I'm sure Nick might do the same thing to White Fountain potentially as well, because White Fountain's on a lap, so maybe he will give the toe. But White Fountain's ahead anyway, so that's not going to work out at all. So a few of our championship rivals actually were asked about the race, and Chris was asked what does he think the biggest problems will be in the race, and he doesn't try to think about that, which I think is a good thing. You focus on the race at hand, and then you don't worry about the problems, and after the race he can give a better answer as he goes into the pit. Block was asked the same question, and he was obviously saying people get involved in the title fight just for personal vendettas. Scorpion was asked qualifying, probably, as that's where I struggled the most for some reason. Well, not really everybody that surprised at the moment. He's currently sitting in P10, but if he just finds a little bit more time, he'll probably be near the front. And I've already said about Colin's question.
White Fountain second.
White Fountain second. A driver that's got a few podiums this season. He's gone 7/100ths quicker than, slower than Glock, but so much quicker than Chris at the moment. This is going to be very spicy qualifying. This championship can definitely go down to the white. Here comes Casper. Last season's podium tier champion. He definitely wants to end this season on a high. He's currently sitting P10 in the standings, but if he can gain just 10 more points on Jamie, then he will jump up to 9th place. He's also got White Fountain and Nick chasing him down as well, but obviously Casper will need to have a rubbish result in order for that to happen. I think Casper's slowing down a little bit there, so I don't think he's going to go for the lap, or is he? Well, he's going to try and get a lap time on the board anyway. It's not a quick one. It's a 1:18.7. So that puts him in P14.
Yeah, made a mistake showing that first lap. He's built himself up. As mentioning Larkin, obviously 7 points behind Glock, but he's not having a good qualifying. He's down in 8th place. He needs to find some pace because he's riding the midfield. And Imola is a track where it is very difficult to overtake on. So Larkin really needs to be qualifying in the first 2 rows if he wants to have a shot at Glock. But you have to say, yeah, Glock's on pole, but it isn't exactly dominant. It isn't exactly a dominant pole. There's a lot of guys within a couple of attempts of him, as Colin is out again, he's improving again. So Colin, this is his 3rd lap, I believe. Colin, this is going to be his last run, I believe, and he's a few thousands up on his first lap. Look how much speed he's carrying through here.
Oh, he's spun! He did exactly the same thing I did on my medium run at qualifying. Exactly the same, but on the other side. He's done Nicholas Latifi as well. His tyres going to be cooked as well. I don't think he has enough tyres left, so
no,
for his sake, he hopes that he's not going to be the tyre he starts qualifying. He's not going to have time to go in the pits as well, so that could be it. He could be starting no higher than P6 at the moment. We've got a McLaren who is on...
Riley's joined as well. J-Luke's on a lap, so we see
purple sector 2. on the game.
Only team yet to get a podium this season, McLaren. They need to get a podium if they want to get. The only team not to have a podium this season. That shows how competitive it has been. As Riley has joined, so it's good to see 17 drives for the race. J-Luke gets on that curb and loses a bit of time. He's coming in the pits now. Does he have enough time to come in, put another set of tyres on, and come out? I've got a yellow flag, so I can't see the time remaining, annoyingly. But yeah, he does. I think he's going to be tight. That's going to be tight for J-Luke, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be quite close, I think, for some of these drivers to go in. Save for Colin, actually, as well. But you never know. They could surprise us. And we sometimes have a glitch in the game where the timer gives us less time than the drivers have. So it could be that it's on 3 minutes to go rather than 2 minutes to go. So, you know, I think that's what it is, because otherwise there's loads of people on their outlap. So yeah, I think they have more time than we think they have. So I think everyone should have enough time. Nick's on the lap though, as he heads towards almost the start of the third sector. As he goes down the hill, he keeps it quite nicely, a tenth quicker.
Sector.
So yeah, he's improving quite a lot actually, and he definitely wants pole position. As he now heads towards turn 17 at the moment, and then briefly towards turn 18, and a little kink coming up at turn 19. What's it going to be for the league owner himself? It's going to be
second.
Oh, so close to pole position. Where did he lose time that could have been
first
pole?
Sector.
Final
first
sector. But White Fountain's purple first sector, Chris's purple second sector, Lukey's purple in final sector. Glock's not even purple in anything, and he's still fastest, which shows consistency key for Hayden. He's on
a good lap.
He's on a good lap, actually. He's purple sector 1. Yeah. Oh!
Must have had a toe, surely. Must have had a toe that first sector time, but he's made a mistake there. I think that might be his last lap done, I think. He can still carry on, though. He can still improve his time, but I think that's any chance of Paul going with that little moment on the curb. Yeah,
I think so, but... Oh, yeah, that was a bit of a slide going around the final corner, so that's not going to be pole. But it's still going to be inside the top 10, which he will take in a heartbeat.
Scorpion's validated.
Scorpion's invalidated.
He's still got time doing another lap, though. He's still got time doing another lap.
Let's watch Chris. Let's watch Chris come across the line. Can he get pole? White Fountain goes up to third, so there's an Alpine 2-3. Chris does not improve, so Chris is going to be going again. Lakitu out of nowhere. 114.3 is on pole position. Don't forget, he's running no assists this season.
Yeah. Oh, he spun it. But thank for him, he's got his lap on the board. He spun it on his in-lap, I think, so he's okay. Now. Yeah, there's a Verheyen yet again. Purple's the first sector, so he's really getting some nice grip through that first sector. As Glock spot starts fine lap, we'll see how he's getting on. Chris and Lukey and Johannes are all doing personal bests in the first sector. Verheyen could get pole here. He's in 2 really good sectors. It's going to be quite tight to him in the key too. So yeah, a lot of guys are improving. And Glock has had a power first sector. Glock is 2.5 tenths down the first sector. So Glock, I don't think he'll get pole tonight.
Nope, he won't. I think we could have a different pole position. And this is not what Glock wants at this moment in time. Let's look at the 2 Aston Martins. They're going to be the first drivers to cross the line. Scorpion has invalidated again, so he's not going to improve. So does Chris as well. Both Aston Martins invalidated. Then we've got a Alfa Romeo of Lukey. Carney Singh 7th fastest. He's a few hundredths down, and he stays in 7th position. Then we've got the 2 Alpine drivers. Can only manage 4th and 2nd. Then one of the Red Bulls. Can Glock get pole? Nope, he does not. Larkin, I think, could be, and Riley could be the only guys that can improve. We'll
Larkin's the way off.
Larkin's way off. He hasn't even set personal best in any sector.
Down 11th. Wow.
He is down 11th, and he needs to be near the front in order to challenge for the title. And it's a bit of a worry because Scorpion and Chris could jump him in the championship, and that's not what you want. There we go. Lakitu is back, and he's on pole position, the first pole position with no assists. I wonder if he's turned line back on for this race.
Wonder it's a new track and it's very difficult to learn the outline. Yeah, I won't blame him, but it's his fourth career pole and White found front row. Well, I would not have predicted that front row. I'm not going to lie, I would not have predicted that front row tonight. But fair play and Glock had two really good middle last sectors. His first sector cost him a chance of pole, and wow, look at that. Larkin and Scorpion 11th, 12th. The only advantage for them two is at least they'll get started on a fresh set of tyres.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look at your results then. So Lakitu on pole, Whitefire in second, Glock in third, Nick with a very good qualifying in fourth. Then we've got Chris Verheyen, Lukey, Johannes, Colin and Janel. They'll be starting on the soft compounded tyres. Then we have Larkin, Scorpion, JLo, Ali B. There are 9 tenths adrift. And then Casper and Riley, they didn't get set representative lap times, unfortunately. But we have a very close grid. Corey did not set a lap time, unfortunately, either. So that leaves Ali B obviously the slowest out of the ones that set lap times. So we are about to go with the final round of the season. We'll quickly run through your constructors. So Aston Martin, obviously your constructors champions. And we have Red Bull in second, Mercedes third, AlphaTauri fourth, Haas fifth, Alpine sixth, Ferrari 7th, Williams 8th, Alfa Romeo 9th, and McLaren in 10th. And before we get to qualifying, for one final time, Jamie, would you like to run through our sponsors?
Yes, I will. Yeah, obviously, thank you, our sponsors yet again. Been really great partners with us for this season, and obviously we are sponsored by Next Level Racing, a long-term sponsor, and they are, as always, providing an NLR direct drive wheel stands to our drive at the season award, a new award, and I believe that will be announced next Sunday. Was sponsored by 3M Sim Racing. It was sponsored by preparing a fair sim racing clubs to drive for the most combined poles and fastest laps. I believe that's probably between Glock and Sly Guy in the Pinnacle tier. We're also partnered by Verspatine, who sponsored our prizes, and also by ERT, who provided the Go and Get Stuff award. I believe there's about 10 drivers left in play for that. A few guys will get knocked out of that if they finish in the top 3 of the championship. But yeah, there's still plenty to play for, and a lot of these prizes will be announced next Sunday, I believe.
It was going to be this Sunday, but we've got other things on. We've got obviously the real life Brazilian Grand Prix, and I've got Com straight after. So, and it also gives us enough time to get the results provisional to actually confirmed and the standings, and all the prizes like Fantasy Commentators Championship, Drive of the Season will be confirmed by then too. So I think it's great to have a little bit of a delay just so we can get all the prizes confirmed, so we can announce all of them in one stream, and all champions will then get their glory as well, which is what we want really at the end of the day. And don't forget, of course, in 15 minutes time, the Pinnacle tier will be starting in Imola as well. The final tier, they've got championship decider between Netski and Silly Slice Guy, with Netski winning leading the championship so far, and Netski obviously won the championship last season, so he's looking to get the double as well. Podium tier, I don't know how that's looking at the moment, but I will check that in a minute. But we saw in the prospect tier 2 of the championship rivals DNF'd, which allowed Fozzie Bear to win the race, get fastest lap, and more importantly, take the prospect tier championship in the final round of the season. So Fozzie, if you're watching this, congratulations. And also Ferrari took home the Constructors' Championship as well in the prospect tier. So those are your champions so far, and obviously Point Aaron won it last week with Mercedes taking the Constructors' Champions there as well. And obviously we had our Constructors' Champion crowned last week with Aston Martin. So if you want to find out who has won each championship, well, you got to keep the streams on in the background. And don't forget, the Pinnacle tier will be on YouTube at Harper State. So check it out, have it in the background. And I know we're missing qualifying for this. I hope this is worth it, as we're looking at the tyres now as I get my Elgato fix. There we go. So we've got everyone outside the top 10 on the memes except for Riley. So Riley's probably going to go aggressive first stint, early undercut, whereas everybody else wants to get the memes out of the way, because it's either soft, medium, soft, or soft, medium, soft, soft. It's too soft dint. Tyre wear is not a big factor around here, but it is 32 laps, and it does go by very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's quite a fast lap, and short laps. It's quite enjoyable. It's a lot of really fun track. I enjoy it massively, and Yeah, as I mentioned, Fozzy, I mean, even though I was down behind him, really enjoyed what he did that last lap. Just getting the fastest lap at the end, just to show everybody I'm boss this season. That was great. And yeah, this gonna be for me. There's a lot of guys in mediums. Obviously, if you're at the back of the grid around here, you just gotta. I'd probably play it a little bit cautious, or too aggressive at the start, because I can see a few guys, because it's quite, you can see 3 or 4 wide into turn one, it's quite a tight chicane first 2 corners, so we may see a few incidents around there, and also, yeah, it's going to be a good one, but yeah, I'd say Glock didn't have a good qualifying, but thanks for him, his champion rivals, apart from Chris, who is the outside of a championship, his main contenders, Lark and Scorpion, are absolute stinkers, so, but they're on the alternate strategy, so this race could be really intriguing. Obviously, safety cars may play a factor, but this is quite interesting because Lark may be on the fastest strategy, but he's going to be in traffic, which is going to hurt him a lot in the first few laps.
And with the way that most of the tiers gone so far, there's been at least one safety car in every tier. So people may have underfueled for a safety car, but you can't really guarantee on it because there could be just one. But we'll have to wait and see, as I think we're just waiting for the last 3 drivers to make it into the grid slots for one final time for a while. We are going to miss this. Thank you to everybody that's been watching all the tiers every single week. It's been an absolute pleasure to cover this position tier action, and it's come down to the final race. Who will win the championship? Will it be Glock? Will it be Chris? Will it be Scorpion? Or will it be Larkin? We'll have to find out in 32 laps time. The 5 red lights are on for the final time this season, and we are underway. Let's see at the better getaway. Lakitu's had a stonking start over White Fountain. So is Chris as well, as they make the pass the king of turn 1, and now they're going to be heading towards turn 2 then. We'll see if everyone makes it through. Clean, there's a spin. That is, I think, Lukey that's had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, Lukey.
Everyone else, I think, has made away fine. Verhaenen's trying to make a move up the inside of Nick then. And let's see if he can make it stick with this tricky chicane, which quite a lot of people can get on. And he does it. Brilliant stuff from the Haas driver. Johannes is already making up some ground as well. He's trying to get past Nick up into 6th position. So really the biggest story really is obviously Scorpion losing a bit of ground as well. I think we saw Lukey spinning, but Lakitu maintains the race lead.
Yeah, sorry to put in there, but Scorpion's lost his entire front wing. So Scorpion had a moment on the first lap. He's lost his entire front wing. He's going to have to pit. And a good start there by Larkin. But I say White Fountain was really good with Glock there. He managed to hold him back. But Lakitu, I think it's a bit of a train starting to form behind Lakitu. It's a bit like Jarno Trulli back in the old days. Look at White Fountain. He's going to go around the outside of the penultimate corner. This could end in tears. Glock's got to be careful. He's got to think about his championship while fighting these guys.
I've just been told by Lakitu before the race that he's not using lines, so this is pure pace from him. It probably helps that this is a new track and not many people have learnt the limits yet. But we're going to see then. White Fountain, he's going to try and go for the lunge into turn 2. Lakitu closed the door. Honestly, that is great stuff from Lakitu. I wonder if White Fountain is going to be going for the move in towards turn 4. I don't think he does. He's a little bit too further back. Don't forget the dirty air is a prominent factor around this track. That's why we've seen a few people lose it in the other tiers. We've got 3 people in the pits already. There is Colin, Jano and Scorpion. So Scorpion are going on the hards, Colin and Jano on the mediums. So they both started on the softs, so they're probably going to be doing 2 medium stints till the end of the race, providing there is no safety car, of course. If there is a safety car, then they'll probably go on the hards until the end of the race. So they've got to really think about that, as we're running on board with Verhaenen at the moment as we head towards turn 14 and 15. Don't know how they do it with so much precision, quite literally at the moment. And Verhaenen, he's not using much of his ERS, but he could try and get past Chris here down the hill. But the dirty air won't show. It's very, very close. Another yellow flag.
Spun it. Yeah, Jarno's in the wall. That's virtual safety car. So that's not the leaders are passing the pit lane. Isn't he going to dive in the pits? No,
he's going reversing. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, he's in the wall. He's trying to get out of the wall, I think. Obviously, he cannot use reset the track. That is a penalty. As Riley and Corey are both pitting.
Have we got a safety car? Or is it VSC?
No, it's virtual safety. VSC. It's a VSC. And yeah. So as Glock was really fun, I ended up moving White Fountain there, but White Fountain just hang on, and I've got quick eye penalties, and Lakitu and White Fountain, they've both got 2 warnings already, so in trying to keep Glock behind, they are extending the track a bit. They've got to be careful, because they could get penalties next time to do that.
Yes, exactly, indeed. And I wonder if a few people are going to take advantage of that VSC. Maybe put early for mediums. It depends how long this
Quite a
VSC
long
is going to
VSC.
be.
I think
As
it'll end before.
Corey, I think, pitted just now as well. Same Durrani, so they lost less time. So when is it going to come in? They've got to be careful with the Delta as well. And this is kind of like a safety car, but it's not. But they're all keeping to their Deltas. So we'll see who has the best getaway.
White Falcon gets a penalty and it's go, and White Falcon gets quite a PRX there. Look, he got a great restart there. I think he got it on the straight, which really helped him out. And White Falcon's a second behind Lakita now. I think, will DRS being played this lap, or it might get postponed, I guess, because of the VSC. No, Glock has got DRS, so White Falcon hasn't, so White Falcon will be defenceless. Glock will surely take second place here. Yes, look how easy that is for Glock. White Falcon, that per restarts helped Glock move up to second place. I've got another yellow flag. I believe that is for Riley, who spun it.
Yeah, it is Riley.
Scorpion's Scorpion's like 2/3 of a lap behind the leaders. So I know Scorpion hates safety cars. Well, I think he hope one tonight.
Oh, that was so close to a spin, Scorpion. Oh, he's struggling. Oh, Ali B's out.
That might be safety car. It's on the racing
Jano's
line.
And Jano's out.
Wow. Safety car, surely they've both been at the same place, but no safety car at the moment. And Lakita's doing a good job in the lead, so he's managed to hang on. Glock is closing, but I'm amazed there's no safety car. No, there is. No, there is.
That's going to help Scorpion. That is going to help Scorpion.
Surely pit for hard tyres, surely, and just.
He's already on hards.
Oh, well, he's got to pit for mediums then, and maybe come for hard. Come in again and put the hards back on, maybe.
I did full I think I did 4 or 5 stops in Prospect today.
I did 3. I think I did 3, and
yeah,
I managed to get a speeding penalty behind the safety car coming to pits, which I have to say is quite an incredible achievement. But there we go. Still in the lead. I have to say Nikita, his race pace looks quite good. I've been on board with him as they're all going to pit surely, and who's going to do a double stack here? I think Nick may lose out here, but he has to pit. You have to pit anyway, even if you lose places.
Yeah, I think if you don't pit, you're going to lose out. And even if you're on the mediums, go on another set of mediums and then get one of your stops out of the way, because of the pit stop being so long, it's going to be cut down almost, not quite in half, but about 5-10 seconds. And that is huge around Imola, if you can pit under the safety car. So
yeah,
we will see. But this is I don't know what I would do if I was Colin though, because I'm just seeing if anyone has done, because Colin's already done his 2 stops, so is Scorpion, but Scorpion will have to pit again. They are in a really bad position, those two, but Riley could go on the hards and go to the end of the race, I think. But I don't know, it's going to be tough. But Riley stays out, because I don't think it's going to get to the end anyway. So, and has Casper and J-Luke made a massive mistake, because both of these drivers have gone for the soft compounded tyres. Everybody else has gone for either the mediums or the hards.
Maybe they're preempting another safety car. Maybe they think, a few more laps, there's another safety car. The box set a beat from in the air. I run the hard tyres for the first time this season around here, and I have to say they're consistent, but they're quite slow. So, but they will get to the end in this stage. Obviously, if it was a 1 stop, everybody would do a soft hard now. But because with the 2 stop, it just throw another element into play. And yeah, Colin, I think will stay out. But I think if the safety tag comes out in about 5 or 10 laps time, he'll put mediums on. I think because but he'll stay out now, and hopefully, for his sake, no more safety cars come out. Because if no more safety cars come out now, Colin could be in a great position. And Scorpion as well. Scorpion's gone for mediums though. So Scorpion, I think Scorpion, knowing him, he's almost thinking there is going to be no safety cars. I don't think mediums can do 27 laps. That's going to be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I think that's what Scorpion is looking for at the moment. I think with the way the other tiers are gone, I think Scorpion is probably playing it a little bit smart. But with people obviously not knowing how the race is going to go, it's going to be quite tough to predict at the moment. So, looking at the championship permutations then, Glock would win the championship if things stay as they are right now, because if Scorpion finishes 3rd or higher, it wouldn't matter how the others do. Glock will still be champion. So Glock is in a perfect position right now to win this at the moment. As long as he can keep it on the island and do not spin, then he should be good at the moment. I don't know how it's going to work for second and third place in the driver's standings.
Second.
Pardon?
Chris will jump into second. I think Chris will jump into... Oh no, I think Larkin may hold on to... be quite... I think Larkin and Chris will be quite close to second place, but it's going to be... I think Larkin may just hang on to second place if it stays as it is. But yeah, obviously we do get prizes for the top 3 tonight, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. As safety car will surely come in at the end of this lap because the field are bunched nicely together, and now Colin, Scorpion, I think it's got to clear Colin because Colin's on the hards, and if Scorpion wants, he does not want to be sitting behind this Williams for any much longer than he has to be.
Nope, he does not. I don't think any of the drivers would want to be stuck by certain people, especially if they want to gain as many points as they can in the championship. So a bit of a worry for some of these drivers, but it's not over until it's over, and there's still plenty of laps to go. So everyone has caught up, which means we're about to go green flag racing once again. Lakita is frantically weaving on the circuit. He wants to heat his tyres ever so much because don't forget the tyres are so cold right now. We'll see. When is Akita going to go? He's going now, and that was a very good restart, but Glock's got a very good restart. So did White Fan, actually. White Fan is a lot better. He's probably caught Glock off guard, but they're going to try and go side by side, and they contact!
Oh, contact! Wow! Glock's out! Wow! Wow! Oh, what happened there? Wow, Glock's out, and surely that's his championship over!
Safety car. It's got to be another safety car.
I don't think Glock saw White Fan was there. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, what happened there? I just saw White Fountain had a great run on Glock. I don't think Glock realised White Fountain had to run.
That made me jump. So, this... I don't know who's going to win the championship now.
No, it's wide open. Chris is in a great position here. Chris could win the championship, you know. He's in second place. Larkin's not feeling too confident around here. So, yeah, Chris could be in a great position. But I'm amazed no safety car for that because that was a massive crash. It was similar to George Russell and Bottas this year. Similar sort of area. I think slightly different, but the damage is quite similar, I think. As you've got Casper and Nick going side by side. A bit of contact there. Casper forcing Nick onto the gravel, but I think Casper has let Nick through, and Glock left possession immediately. I'm not surprised because, wow, I don't know what to make of that. Lakita was a great restart, by the way. And we've got 3 wide here, potentially between Mookie, Nick, and Corey. Is that? Yeah, Corey. It's going to go. Oh, Corey's forced on the grass by Nick there. Wow, the 2 RT drivers coming together. It's been a bit of feistiness so far.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He spun it, I think. No, Verheyen spun it. Yeah, Verheyen spun it. Verheyen, after such a great start to the season, it's gone downhill for him. But wow, that was worse than what we saw in Prospect, where 2 of the championship contenders were out. Yeah, I didn't see what happened in Prospect because I was racing, but wow, that's amazing.
So, championship permutations then. Corsa's left the session, so Glock is not going to score today. So, Scorpion must finish 3rd. Chris must finish 5th, and Larkin must finish 6th. So, as it stands, Larkin will be the champion, but he's got to finish ahead of his rivals. Jay Lucas had a bit of a spin. They're dropping like flies here at this moment. So, as it stands, Larkin is slated to become champion. He probably wasn't expecting this coming into this race. He even said in his rivalries that his hopes weren't high. Oh my, this reminds me of
Johannes has got a great run on Larkin, though. Johannes has got a great run, but I think he's going to run out of road. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't mentioned Chris as well. I don't know who Maths is going to be hard.
3-point gap between Chris and Larkin. So Larkin at the moment will win the championship by 1 point, I believe. So yeah,
so I was right then.
The championship's probably between these two. Scorpion has a chance still, but Scorpion he just doesn't really have the confidence in Glock. Could actually drop out the top three amazingly. Glock can still win the championship, of course, but it will require Chris and Larkin's DNF, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what Glock's hoping at the moment. He's just absolutely praying for the other two championship contenders to collide, which you never know, it could happen. So we're down to 3 runners, but we still don't know who's going to win the championship, as Corey's pitted for hard tyres, which will go to the end of this Grand Prix. I'm still amazed about what has happened. I'm still quite shocked. I really am. And I don't know how White Fountain got away with not retiring. He's still in this race.
He's very lucky. He's very lucky there. White Fountain's very lucky there to DNF, because that should have been a double DNF in my view. As Casper's fast lap, but Larkin's got a great run, and Chris Larkin as far as comes again. Look at Lakia. He's pulled a 2-second gap. Wow, that pole's not a fluke from Lakia. He's got the race pace as well, and Larkin seems to as well. I think Larkin's had a bit more confidence as the race has gone on, and Chris, he's looking a bit defensive. I don't think Chris has got the confidence of the Mercedes man. Look how close these are getting together now. Will Larkin's entering inside here? No, he thinks better of it. But Lakitu's leaving these guys for dead.
Yeah, he is at this stage, and he's not even telling me the current championship. So championship standings, obviously it's not going to update for quite a bit until the end of the race. So on our task system. So. Yeah, they're not really going to gain too much if they do anything. So we'll have to wait and see what everyone does then for the rest of the race. Lap 10 and 32, still a long way to go. Johannes up to 4th. He's having a good race so far. His race pace is good so far as well.
Yeah.
But let's see, Colin, he's got on the back of Scorpion as well. I wonder if people have seen or realised what has happened, and they're probably pushing just a little bit harder. But sometimes if you just push a little bit too hard, you probably lose it. Here comes Larkin.
It's easy move. DRS is very powerful around here, a bit more powerful than what I thought. And yeah, so Johannes doing a great job keeping up these championship contenders. Johannes may fancy it round the outside of Chris. Well, what a move that is by Johannes, but Chris was surely getting back on the switchback, but Johannes was very aggressive there. He wasn't thinking about championship. He wants to bow out with a win. Wow, he almost with that stick, but I think he got a little bit too late, and he gets a penalty as well. But wow, that was very aggressive from the Ferrari man.
Wow, Johannes, take a bloody bow. Same for Chris as well. They've been battling like flies to try and get any position, as Jamie set the fastest lap with a 1:17.651. Race control, 3-second time penalty for Nick. Multiple warnings. The track limit penalties are starting to come into fruition once again, and everyone's keeping on the island for now. And still, majority of people yet to make their 2 stops. It's going to be obviously quite a while before people do that. 5 laps, Casper's on those softs, but he's pushing.
Yeah, he's doing. Casper's in a good race as well. Lukey's back in as well. Lukey could be off a good result. As Casper, wow, he loses it. I think he's disconnected, has he? He had a moment there, and he's went into a ghost, and Lukey's got by. That was weird there for what happened to Casper. But he may get the pass back here. They're going to have both got DRS. It's going to be a drag race into 2-1. Johannes has got Chris, I believe. Yes, he has. Johannes got the move done.
Wow, Johannes is loving life at the moment in P3. He could be. I think. Looking at his times on the dashboard on our task system, he's looking consistent. He's looking quick. I wonder what his last lap was. 1:19.476. He's matching Larkin's pace. He's quicker than Lakitu for last lap as well. So Johannes, if he could get past Larkin, he could close up on Lakitu. But don't forget, Johannes has got that penalty looming. He's got 3 seconds. So has Casper, so has Nick, so has Corey, I believe. Nope, it's Riley, I think. Oh, Riley's been a naughty boy with Taz, so he'll be getting a time penalty. Riley.
But at least he's running in the race. He's not as many spins. At least he's had a bit more.
You said it now.
Yeah, I'll probably curse him. I think he only 1 spin today, which is good. As Johannes is in DRS of Larkin, so he's not in a position to overtake, but he's used a lot of battery. These guys, look how little battery these guys got left. This track, it just drains your battery. It's Casper going to get the move done on Lukey. We're going to go side by side. We had the DRS, and Lukey's got DRS as well, so Casper just, I think he needs a bit battery there to get through. Well, the overtaking is a bit more easier than what it would be today.
Yeah, I think we said at the beginning of the stream, Jamie, that we were like, oh, they can't overtake. surely there's only 7 places you can overtake. But these guys are proving us wrong, definitely. They're shaping up to be a classic.
Look at Johannes on the back of Larkin.
Johannes is on the back of Larkin. He's looking quick. He's looking racy. The gap was 2 seconds to Lakitu, but now the gap is down to 1.7 seconds. Well, Larkin only has to finish 3rd to win the title. So I wonder if he's not going to push too much, but he's got Chris in front, behind him as well. So that's probably why Larkin is pushing to just try and stay ahead. But Larkin can't afford to get any more penalties. Larkin's on 1 warning. Lakitu just picked himself a penalty. Lakitu is on 2 warnings. So if Lakitu gets 1 more warning, then he gets a time penalty. Also on 2 warnings, Scorpion, Colin, and Verheyen, and Corey and White Fountain on 5 warnings, and J-Luke is on 1. Riley is on 1. Oh no, he's just on 4 because he's got a penalty. So
Johannes on the inside, Larkin. He's got the move done.
Johannes is on fire today. He's gained 6 places in this race. Larkin 8. So they're both on fire. Colin has just made a similar move to what we saw from, who was it, Johannes earlier and Lukey. Colin's up to 8. But Scorpion is going to try and challenge it maybe. Scorpion cannot afford to make any mistakes as Colin gets a 3-second time penalty added to his race time. So penalties are falling.
Lakitu's got a penalty as well.
Yeah, Lakitu's got one as well. So look, Larkin is your net race leader at the moment, which is what he wants at the moment. So if, as it stands, obviously, he would win the title. And I think just to confirm as well,
Colin spun it, I think.
Colin spun.
Same place in qualifying.
Same place in qualifying, but less worse at the moment. But I can confirm as well that the podium tier have just finished their race as well, and their driver's champion has been crowned, and it has been the driver that led the championship going into the championship finale, and he's kept it by finishing 3rd. So congratulations to Red Matt if he's listening to this. He's won the podium tier championship. But here comes Casper up to 4th, just got past Chris. Now, I wonder if those soft tyres are dying. Let's look at the tyre life, actually. How do I check that damage? So Casper in 4th. He's on 30%, so it's not too bad for him at the moment. It's looking very good. But yeah, Red Matt is your podium tier champion. Well done to him. So we've still got 2 more drivers champions to crown now, and one of them is in this very tier, and it can only go down to 3 drivers at the moment.
Yeah, and so I think Larkin, I'm a lot of take your house. I think Larkin was very sensible though. He didn't fight it too much. He let him through. I think Larkin is in championship mode. Someone sends up the inside of him. He's just got to give the guy space. I think Larkin realises he's in the pound seat championship. But we've got Scorpion 9th place. He's done his 2 stops. He's about 10 seconds off the lead. Obviously he's on the medium. So when these guys pit, Scorpion will lead the race. And I think Scorpion doesn't hope for when these guys pit that a safe car comes up not long after. That's only Scorpion will hope, but Scorpion's on different. So Scorpion will lead the race, I think, when these guys all pit, but he's going to be a very old tyre at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to be on old tyres at the end of the race. We're on lap 16, and just a quick reminder on how long these tyres go on for. So the mediums can last 17 laps.
Johannes in the lead. Sorry, Johannes is taking the lead. He's
wow,
no time
what
catch the there. Yeah, amazing. He's flying. That's amazing. He's so much more confident on the brake, and he's definitely practiced turn 1, turn 2 because he could take the line there, and that's amazing.
He's doing better on his tyres as well compared to Lakitu.
Yeah, and Larkin, no, he's doing a sensible job. He's avoiding his penalties. He's staying in there. Larkin realises he doesn't have to fight these guys too much. But yeah, Johannes, he wants to end on a high, and I wonder if he can break the DRS. This could be great for him if he can break the DRS on Lakitu.
Honestly, because this is only one race in November. If he gets 2nd place in this race or even a win, Larkin's got a penalty. This could change things massively in the championship. But
and Chris suddenly. Yeah, Chris suddenly is in the net lead, so that penalty could be crucial. Chris at least in championship position.
Wait, let me have a look. So Chris is on 95. 5th place gets 10 points. Is that right?
Yeah. No, fifth place gets 10 points. Yeah.
Yeah, 5th place gets 10. Oh, that will be joint with Glock.
And Glock will win on countback, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, so Chris will need to get. I think it said 5th with fastest lap. I think for Chris. Yeah, 5th with fastest lap. Because otherwise Glock will win on countback. So
but he will,
suddenly,
if the race finished now, he will jump everybody has on penalties though. So Chris will win the race if the chicken flag falls down.
oh yeah, good point.
Going
So
to.
yeah, if Chris needs to finish 5th or higher with fastest lap. So with penalties, Chris has got the title.
Yeah, just needs to stay on track, and a safety car would be amazing for Chris and Scorpion. They've both got no penalties, so
Scorpion could finish second.
Yeah, the Aston Martin guys normally hate safety cars, but I think today they're not begging for one with a few laps to go. I think Karma might bite though. I think that's what might happen.
Yeah, we're not going to say too much because we're worried.
Nick's at the moment. Oh, he's rejoined the track there, but Verheyen managed to avoid him. Nick had a bit of a moment coming out of that really tight chicane, and yeah, he's got to drop down the order there. I just caught the end of it. I didn't see what happened. I presume Nick maybe just hit the curb and it spun him around. As Lakitu's got a good run to Johannes. Lakitu may get the lead back here. He's going to have to go around the outside. He's probably a brave man. Johannes, to be fair to him, does give him the position, but yeah, the overtaking is. It's been quite incredible. The DRS is very powerful around here.
Yeah, it is quite powerful, I think, for these drivers at the moment, and it's not going to be that long before the medium runners go on to their second set of the soft tyres. They can pit from that end of lap 21 and lap 22 to make it till the end. You can realistically maybe lap 20, but a bit of a push because there could be a safety car that could be thrown into the mix, and that wouldn't be good if you have penalties. So I think the drivers with penalties do not want a safety car. The drivers without penalties do want a safety car. The drivers with penalties does not. This is very, very close. Johannes getting close again at the moment. I'm just seeing the Keto is on his 5th warning. He's just got it. So if he gets one more warning, he gets another penalty. This is huge.
Yeah. And speaking of undercut, the gap, there's a massive gap between Scorpion and Riley where you're starting easy. So if you want to undercut as a
Johannes is in.
you're going to come out in a massive. Yeah, that's crucial. He's going to come out in a massive amount of clean air. So Johannes, he's gone for the undercut, and I believe it will work out brilliantly. Because look at the clean air he's going to drop into.
Yeah, he's on the mediums then, so he's not thinking that the softs are faster. He thinks he can go fast on the mediums, but to be honest, his pace on the mediums was absolutely incredible. So he's got to nail it.
He's going for track position. He's going to try and defend.
Oh, Lakitu's had a bit of an off. Lakitu's had a bit of an off. Larkin takes the lead.
Yeah, that's a shame for Lakitu. He's led the majority of the race, but his tyres may be going off, I think, and I think Lakitu will be pitting this lap. Look at Casper. Casper still needs soft, so Casper will surely go double softs, I think. Casper's tyre wear has been incredible today. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't know how he's getting those.
Oh, Lakitu's off again. He's struggling. Casper, he's going to go for it into the chicane. Surely, no, he's got to think better of it there. And this is allowing Larkin to pull away though, and Chris is going to get stuck behind these two. So I think Lakitu has to pit this lap. His tyres are gone, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Great to see a few fans for people in the chat as well, because we still got a championship battle. It's going to go down to the wire. We're going to go to the end of lap 32 or end of lap 31 and still don't know who's going to be champion. As someone goes into the pit, that is Lakitu then. So he is going for the undercut on Johannes. This is important. I'm quite surprised some people have not gone for the jump. So here he goes. Onto the mediums. Let's watch Johannes. He's going across the final corner now.
Way ahead. Way ahead.
He's going to be way ahead due to the fact that it's a long pit lane. So he's going to be your net race leader for the time being because he's done
Purple,
2 stops.
Yeah, he's purpled up 2 sectors. So he's got a massive lead there. About 2 or 3 second lead he's going to have over Lakitu. Obviously, Lakitu did have that error which cost him, but yeah, Johannes will surely lead the race when Larkin, Casper, and Chris all pit.
Yes, I think Riley Byers has just gone in as well. So
sorry, I mentioned it, but Scorpion is 15 seconds ahead. So Scorpion, if he can hang on, Scorpion could win the race. But his tyres are going to be almost shot by the end of the race, and Scorpion's stuck behind Nick, and he want to get his move done.
Don't forget, Scorpion needs to make another stop.
No, he's done 2 stops.
But those mediums won't get to the end though.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. He might
15
be his only
laps.
hope though. A Scorpion, I believe, will go hang for a safety car. He'll stay out for as long as he can and hope a safety car saves the day for him. But he's got a penalty stuck behind Nick, so that's going to help his cause as the front three all in.
This is shaping up to be a very good race as Scorpion stays out. And I wondered the ones who stayed out are going for the soft tyres. Larkin, soft tyres. Casper, soft tyres. Lukey, soft tyres. Nick, soft tyres. But where is Johannes going to come out in all of this? I think comfortably ahead once again.
Ahead. Yeah, way ahead. Miles ahead.
He's got the fastest lap to boot as well. That is incredible. Yeah, but look who's catching. Larkin.
He's got about two and a half second lead over Larkin. But these guys will catch in the softs, and Johannes will have to hope he can hold them back and wait for their tyres to burn out.
Exactly. Lap 21. I need to check who has made their 2 stops so you can see if anyone's jeffing at home. So Verheyen, the only driver to not make their 2 stops, but we've got certain people that their tyres are not going to make it. We'll have to pit again. Scorpion is one of them. White Fountain is one of them. J-Luke is one of them. Everybody else, maybe Corey, I don't know, but everybody else will get to the end of the race on the tyres that they're on right now.
Yeah, if I'm Scorpion, though, I'd just stay out. If I'm Scorpion, he's in anyway. I'd just stay out and just hope for safety car, because that's only his trouble in the championship. But Chris, he's lost the pack a bit, but he's still in position to win the race, I believe. Chris has just got to keep up the pace and try avoid these penalties. How many warnings has Chris had? Chris has only had 1 warning so far, so this is quite incredible. As the keeps this fast lap, and they're starting to gain on Johannes a bit. Is Larkin, but yeah, this is so difficult to call. This could go down to the final corner of the final lap. This championship.
Oh, this is exciting. I cannot wait. Make sure you listen in to the end of this race, because it's going to be epic. Don't you dare go on to Pinnacle Tier yet. They've got a while to go before their race starts. Our race is just getting started with the amount of battles that we have got at the moment then. So Johannes leads on track by 2.1 seconds. Larkin second. Lakitu third. But Johannes is flying on those mediums. But let's see if Larkin could catch up. Lakitu about 1.1, so not winning DRS. Larkin's catching up quite quickly. 1.7 now. The gap is closing rapidly. Lakitu's gone wide. So I wonder if Casper's been practicing the second chicane there, which he has, and he gets past quite comfortably. And Riley's out of the race. Safety car.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, safety car. I called it.
Great news for Chris.
And Scorpion.
Scorpion. No, it's bad news for Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, you got just scored a penalty.
If that's safe, no, he pitted the lap before. So Scorpion must be kicking himself. He must be thinking, why did it come out this lap? He'll be having that Riley voodoo doll, and you'd be stabbing it for sure. Because, oh my God, that nearly worked out for Scorpion. But he should have what I said. He should have stayed out, and he'd have been in championship contention. But now Scorpion. Well, it's Scorpion. I think Scorpion will stay out now. I believe he'll stay out. Now, what would the leaders do? Will they come in? Because they're all just pitted. So surely, I think they'll all stay out. Because Corp's a safe car already, and so it's one thing going through the Scorpion. He's just catching with the pack again. So that's one comfort for Scorpion. He's back in the pack.
And I think it's good news for the guys that's still yet to pit and go on softs. Corey's staying out, which I don't know why, because everyone else is going to be on softs, but maybe he's probably seen something we're not.
J-Luke's been nowhere this race, but he's in 11th place. He's got no penalties, and so he could shoot the order by the end of this race if he can get past a few of these guys in the midfield. So J-Luke, he's yet to have a podium this season in one hub. McLeod yet to score a podium this season in this tier. It could happen for him tonight, but he's got to make some moves, I think, on the restart for that to happen. But yeah, I think Chris would be celebrating that safety car, because he was about 5 seconds back on the leaders, and now look at him, he's right on them. All he has to do is just stay in the pack, and he should win a championship. As if he can get by Lakitu, that'd be great for him. But Larkin, just Spanish Johannes on the mediums, because he's going to struggle on the restart. All these guys behind on the soft tyre.
You never know. If he could keep those behind, it would be a good achievement for him. But I have to say, Chris and J-Luke being the cleanest drivers all race, they've gained 1 warning. Only 1 warning per driver between these two. Everybody else has got more than that. So, well done to him as well. So, and we've also got quite a few drivers that are just, after their penalties, keeping their warnings to a minimum. Larkin's been one of them. Casper hasn't got any warnings in a while. Neither has Verheyen. Neither has Scorpion. So those 3 drivers could be on for a good result here as well.
I believe Corey is overtaken J-Luke on the safety
car. Oh yeah, because Corey left the session.
Yeah, he's lagged out. So yeah, you do see AI does this car sometimes do some weird things. But I think the safety car. Look at this. I think the safety car will come in this lap. So we'll have an 8-lap sprint to end the race. We shouldn't get any more safety cars from here, I don't think. So yeah, just hold on to your hats, because any of these 3 drivers can win the championship. It's up for grabs. Larkin and Chris are the favourites, but if there's any instance, Scorpion's there to pounce. So wow, this will go right down to wire. Gott can still win the championship in theory with all these guys DNF. So still that to play for. But yeah, it's going to be exciting last 8 laps.
I'm nearly struggling to breathe because there's so much possibilities that could happen. So,
yeah,
according to some maths, so if Chris finishes where he is now, so I think it will be second or the win, I don't know. He would
win the race.
He would win the race and the championship. But if Chris gets a penalty, but he's on 1 warning, so he should be fine. But I'm just thinking, where does Larkin need to be to overtake Glock in the championship? He must finish 6th. So, the way this is going, Glock's going to jump from 1st in the championship to 3rd.
Yeah. As Larkin gets a good restart though, he gets a really good restart. He's going to have a slipstream with Johannes. He's going to go for the outside into turn 1, but Johannes has got great straight line speed. Look at that straight line speed he has. Yeah, he has to back out of it. Larkin's he's not going to fight too much though, because Verheyen, as Chris has dropped a few places, and Lakita has forced Verheyen onto the grass, and Chris has got through, and Lukey always gets through, but it's a bit of contact there, and that allows Nick's the great restart up to 7th place. Wow, Nick's getting a lot of places as Scorpion drops to the back though. Scorpion's a terrible restart. I'm not sure what happened to Scorpion on the restart. He's lost a lot of ground.
He's down into last place, and he's the only driver out of the runners to not get any points. So
and he's got wind damage as well, Scorpion, so he's going to have to pit surely, and he's got to hope for another safety car. So it's looking at that championship. It's going to be between Larkin and Chris at the moment, and Glock should be 3rd place, I think, looking at this, as Johannes, as Larkin's over back of Johannes. So I think Larkin now has to get some move done. He can see that Chris, I presume he might have an engineer. You're telling him that Chris has got a penalty, so Larkin knows he has to get his move done and pull the gap. He cannot afford to stay by the fry much longer.
No, he can't. He literally can't. And you can see Larkin just has so much traction going in that final corner. So surely this is Larkin's race win on track to lose.
No DRS yet though, that might hurt him, but look at Johannes, has got great straight line speed, even with battery, he just cannot get through. I think Johannes is using his battery as well. Oh!
He lost spare time, Larkin, this could cost him.
Yeah, Casper's going to have a great run here. Casper was surely sent inside the Villeneuve chicane. Look at him, no, he backs out of it. Casper being very, very sensible there. Wow, that was so close to disaster for Larkin there. He just managed to avoid it. Johannes, these great straight line speeds appear to be ahead as Chris and Verheyen are going side by side. This might lose Chris time, this battling. Verheyen, I believe, he's going to get the move done. Yes, he is, but Chris has to back out of it. That's bad news for Chris. Another car between him and Larkin.
Yeah, I don't know what the gap is at the moment. Let me just have a look between gap. So the gap between Johannes and Chris, 2.4 seconds. So yeah, he can't afford to lose any more time. He's got to finish 5th or higher. As White Fan taking a battle with Colin. So White Fan's up to 9th.
Yeah, Larkin had a terrible run through the chicane there. That might cost him any chance to get the move in turn 1, but we know that how quick the Mercedes is out the traction zone. Yeah, Johannes is struggling a bit. He's going to have no DRS, but Johannes got a great exit there. He might be safe, you know. Larkin, we know we saw it in the last lap. He will go for it, but there is no DRS at the moment, so he's safe for the lap as Lucas is fast after the race. So Obviously fastest lap. That's another factor for the championship. If all these championship contenders get a fastest lap, that's effective. Another place gains as for Hayden. He's on the move. He's up to fourth place. He got a spinner. Lakito spun it. Wow, what a shame. Such a great race for him, and he's spun it round. And yeah, the tyres are red hot. He's gonna have to be careful as Scorpion has pitted. So Scorpion has pitted to change his wing. Wow, what a shame for Lakito, who drove such a great race, but just disappointing. But he can take pride in his performance today. I think he showed he's back. He's back. I think pace wise at least.
Imagine what he's going to be like in season 20.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think he's getting used to having no line now. I think his pace is getting there, which is great to see from the former Pinnacle Tier champion for him. So I'm liking this new Lakito. I really am.
Yeah,
Casper as well.
Yeah, he's on the back of Larkin. Casper. No, Larkin cannot afford to space Casper. He's got to attack and defend at the right time, which is not what you want to be. But Larkin got great run for final corner. Now surely he's got an opportunity to pass the Johannes with DRS. Surely it's the lead going for the Ferrari man.
Yeah, here he comes then. So here comes Larkin. He's got to get the move done now, and this time he comfortably makes the move into turn 2, and he's your race leader. Johannes is being very vulnerable on those mediums now. Right Fountain has just got past Lukey for 7th position as they now head towards turn 4. Johannes can see that Larkin is running out of VRS, so he's got to stay with him because you never know. Larkin could get another penalty. I do believe Larkin is I'm just seeing, has he got another warning? No, he hasn't. That's okay.
No, he's both on 3 warnings, so they should be alright now to end the race. But the gap between Larkin and Chris is about 3 seconds, so and Chris doesn't even have the pace of the guys ahead of Scorpion. Sets a scorching fastest lap, but unfortunately for him, he's in 13th, so he doesn't get the 1 point for that. As Johannes is staying with Larkin though, so Larkin's got a good run for you. Larkin struggled in this corner in the past, and yeah, again, he showed for traction out of that chicane, and Johannes may have the opportunity to repass here, but these guys, they haven't got much battery left. Neither of them have.
What? So 1 minute we thought that Chris is in a position to win. Now the way this is going, Larkin is. That move that Larkin just did, that could have been championship winning move for him.
Yeah, but Johannes has got.
He's catching on the mediums. Surely not. He's going to get the move done into turn 2. Can he make it stick? He does make it stick. Johannes is back in the race lead. Chris has dropped down to 6th, which is not ideal, and got passed by Nick.
He hasn't got the pace.
He just doesn't have the pace on those softs. I don't know how the way it's going to go. I've still got the gap to leader. Chris is not doing enough to get that race win, but he could get, I think, 3rd in the race. I think the way this is going, but so I think the way this is going, Larkin's gonna win. Then Johannes 2nd, Chris 3rd, or is it the other way around?
Yeah, Chris will finish 3rd at the moment. Looking at this, and Chris has got to just try and hang on Dios Nick and hope Nick can catch up to Payne, and I bet that's his only chance. He's got to try and tag on something in DRS, but White Fountain's very close back at Chris, and Chris cannot afford to lose another place. He's dropping down the order. I wonder if Chris has some sort of issue, because he just don't have the pace in his final stint, which had the previous stint. Johannes had a great lap here. Larkin, he's not going to get moved on, I don't think. He's a bit too far back.
I wonder if he's struggling on his tyres.
Yeah, I believe tyres might be going off as Casper may pass Larkin there. Casper may get Larkin for 2nd place. They've both got DRS, but Casper looks the more confident. The look how close Larkin's got the move done, and Johannes was very kind there. He didn't fight that too much. I think he realises he doesn't want to take the championship lead out. We've always seen one championship contender take it out. We don't want to see another.
No.
Yeah, Larkin's in the lead. Yeah, so that's tense driving Johannes there. But Chris, he's back in the position to win the race, is he? It's
3 seconds, 3.1. Oh.
Yeah, it's hovering, and it may come down to who Larkin's got the time. He's got to position his car in the right position. He wants to lead the race on the final lap. So I wonder if he'll let Johannes go tactically on this penultimate lap and get the move done on the final lap. That's a high IQ move there, and it could go horribly wrong for him.
This is literally getting down to the wire, this championship. Down to the wire.
Amazing.
The key to getting another penalty. Is it going to be Larkin? Is it going to be Chris that takes this championship? I don't know. Chris has got to leave everything on the floor. So does Larkin. Both of these drivers need to push for their lives because
2
they know
laps
the
to
championship
go.
is at stake. Johannes is not gaining. Neither is... I'm just trying to see the gap between Casper and Johannes. 5 tenths. Casper's not
He's
gaining
getting
as
now,
much,
though.
though.
He's gaining a lot.
Johannes could get the move. He does not.
Backs out of it. I wonder if Johannes is thinking tactically he can win the race. Back out of it as White Fountain's overtaking Chris. And Chris... No, that's...
I think... Oh, White
That's
Fountain's out!
Lakitu. Oh, wow, White Fountain.
Oh, he said the same...
Yeah,
he said the exact same thing as me.
Yeah, not a great race for White Fountain, I have to say. Yeah, not a great race for White Fountain. Good qualifying, but the race, it just hasn't...
Has he got front? Yeah, he's got front wing damage.
Spins and Chris is 4 seconds off the lead. So Chris, I believe this championship is Larkin's now, unless he makes a horrific error. He's got 2 warnings to play with penalties. Johannes won 1 away from penalties, so that'll be warning for Johannes. Surely, no, he gets away with it there. But Larkin, look at these he's got now. I think Larkin, I think. Unless he makes a mistake here, I think he might have a championship in the bag. Yeah, Johannes gets another penalty there, so that will elevate Chris up another place. But Larkin is looking good for the championship. All he has to do is keep it on the road, and he surely win the championship. And Casper will get 2nd place. What a great drive for Casper!
Podium tier champion from last season. Could be on for his best result of the season and his first podium. I don't think he's got a podium, has he, this season? So
no,
that is a great result. So Casper could get Johannes on the final lap of this race. It's going to be key. He doesn't.
Yeah, Luke's got one on Chris here. Chris got one on Nick. Chris has to make the move done. No, he doesn't. Chris, yeah, he's up behind Nick. It's just not.
What's the gap now?
Hammer for him.
4.1.
No, he's battling Lukey as well, so he's going to lose time here, yeah. Oh, what a shame for him. But yeah, Larkin is going to win a championship in style. Controversy between White Fountain and Glock. Oh, well, obviously that will be in the stewards, I think, for sure. And what's going to happen there, I do not know.
That's going to be in the stewards.
But I don't know what happened there. We didn't really get a good view of it. But yeah, it was similar to Russell and Bottas, I think, on what they do about the track. But
apart from it wasn't wet.
No, yeah, and it was dry as well. And it was actually on a different side of the track. But yeah, Larkin, it's going to win the race. And I'll say that. I'm not going to call it now.
We're not going to call it yet because anything can happen. We could maybe see people go for last lap dies. We'll have to wait and see. So let's go on board with him because Larkin needed a miracle today, and the miracle has happened. After 10 races, it's gone down to the wire. Larkin's won the race, and most importantly, he's your season 19 Precision Tier champion. You're the man, Larkin. Well done. Congratulations. Casper gets his best result at One Hub in Precision Tier, 2nd place. Chris gets 3rd. Janu just misses out on the podium again.
Oh, he's so... Reminds me of my early form and run-up race. What a shame. Good recovery though. I've not a good start. Johannes in 5th, Hayden in 6th, Colin in 7th, Nick in 8th, Luke in 9th, Corey in 10th. So good to see points for Corey, but I believe he was a ghost car. Lakeith in 11th, Scorpion in 12th. Just not his day. Just the Aston Martins just didn't have the pace today. They had the opportunity, but they weren't able to execute. White Fountain in 30th place, but he is for sure going to be in the steward's office for that. What happened? We need to have another view of it. We need to see both perspectives, really, see what happened. But
yeah, I did get the on board, so I'll clip it. But White Fountain could get fastest lap. No,
he's weaving though. He's not going to do it weaving.
So Scorpio does get the fastest lap outside the top 10.
Yeah, so he gets another point. But I believe that he's going to be Larkin champion, Chris in 2nd, and Glock will get 3rd place in the championship.
Who would have thought that? Going into this race, we thought that Glock had it in the bag, but no. And there's some celebration in the chat for Larkin as well. Larkin can go and go home with his head held high. That, to be fair, I don't think he's led a championship this season.
No,
he's done a Vettel.
Yeah. Last 4 races, Britain he won, Austria finished 2nd, USA he finished 2nd, and here he won 1st. It was a long way back before Belgium, but he hauled himself back into contention and he's won the championship. So great drive there for him, and I believe he also got the fastest lap point inside the top 10, I think.
Let me have a look. 16. Yes. So he's got the win,
points.
He's got the championship, and he's got fastest lap, and he started outside the top 10.
Yeah, so he's going to win.
He got it on the final lap, I think, as well.
going to win the championship by he's going to win the championship by over 10 points, I believe, in the end. So, in the end, if you've got the championship, you think, oh, that's quite dominant for Larkin, but he only led for the final race and 11th on the grid as well. That's a great
That's
drive for him.
crazy.
Yeah, and the alternate strategy and the safety car maybe did help, but he showed the pace and yeah, great champion. But we've got to do a very important job now. We've got to mention our driver of the day nominees
For the one final time. So there are your results. We're not going to have time to go through it, but so much choice. But I don't usually go first, but I'm going to go first. It's our final round, and I have no other choice. There's no one that's deserving than Larkin. He did what he needed to do. He saw that his championship rival retired, and he just focused on the job ahead. And he's going to be my driver of the day. And my question for the championship winner now, because he's got a champion to his name. Congratulations on your first One Hub title. Did you ever think you would be the man who would win the title after tonight? That's an easy question there, and I'll hand it over to you. Who is your driver of the day, and what is your question?
I was nominated Larkin as well, but I've got to nominate the guy who finished second place. Just an amazing drive for him. Just great tyre wear, really great consistency, and obviously he's had a stop-start season. He's obviously pulling Singapore, but apart from that, he's had a few disappointing results recently. But that was a nice return to form for Casper in the Williams. Second place, his best result of the season. I'm going to ask him, well done, mate, a great drive there. How would softs on the second stint when everybody else around you was on the mediums and your softs are going off, how did you manage to hang on and keep with the pack?
Yeah, because Casper drove amazing. To be honest, if I would have gone for Casper as well, if you didn't. So, yes. So I think the two drivers of the day are definitely the most deserving ones at the moment. So, we can confirm, obviously, that Larkin is your champion. Chris will finish second, and Glot will finish third. So they will get runners-up prizes. So if any of those drivers are in the running for the Going Gets Tough award, they will be eliminated, obviously, because they can't win the Going Gets Tough award. So all that's left to do is obviously crown a few more championships. We've got the Pinnacle tier that is streaming live at the moment. So if you want to find out who wins the Pinnacle tier championship, and I think the constructors are still to be decided there. So check that out. So will it be Silly Slide Guy or will it be Netski? We also got Driver of the Season still to be announced as well. I'm trying to think which other drivers' championships. The 3M Sim Gloves. The one with the most poles and fastest lap. So that's still got to be calculated and worked out as well.
Sly Guy won that though. Sly Guy's probably won that already, I think.
Yeah, he probably has. But Glot, I think, was a close second. I think for that. But yeah, we'll still have, and obviously the Go Gets Tough award with the win and stuff. So those will obviously be announced next week, of course. So make sure you stay tuned. Tune into the Pinnacle tier, which is on it's on YouTube. Of course, it's on YouTube because we're on Twitch. Duh. But before we go, just like to say a quick thank you to our sponsors. So thanks to Next Level Racing, 3M Sim Racing, Vespertine, and ERT. Much appreciated. Also, thank you to our race premium drivers in a position tier. That is Glot, Larkin, Chris, Scorpion, Verhanen, Johannes, Lukey, J-Luke, Casper, White Fountain, Lakitu, Colin, Ali B, and Riley. And also our ERT drivers of Janel and Nick as well. Also, thank you to our tier coordinator of Colin for keeping us all in the straight and narrow and hosting a lobby and making sure things run smoothly in this tier. So again, without you, Colin, the tier wouldn't run smoothly. So thank you very much. Obviously, thank you to him for doing the results as well. Thank you to Cam for doing the stats and everything. I'll do the rest of the thank yous later on. But thank you to all the commentators as well that joined us for this season in the position tier. I know Minty joined us for a few races, and I can't remember who joined you. Was it Storm?
Gareth, Storm did one and Gareth did one as well.
Yeah, so thank you to Gareth and Storm for joining us as well, for covering some of the races as well, and Minty as well. We do miss you, Minty. I kind of wanted you in the commentary box for the rest of the season, but he does have a life. He's had a busy schedule, so that is understandable. But thank you very much for that as well. thank you to obviously Matt for the media day stuff, for making sure we have something to say in the pre-race build-up. That's Indecisive, by the way, who's currently commentating at the moment. And obviously thank you to you guys at home for watching, because without you watching there wouldn't be stuff to interact on. Of course, thanks to Nick as well for giving us some great ideas and running this beautifully. We are going to miss it for a while, but don't worry, we will be back for another season very soon. Well, not very soon, but later than intended, and hopefully the drivers and us will get a well-deserved break on Friday night. So, yeah, we're going to make the most of it, I think. And we're back. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Oh, no. I thought, no, it's fine.
Okay, okay, good. So, I usually say what the next round is, but there is no next round because that is over. So, we will see you next Sunday. I think it's going to be next Sunday. Still haven't decided yet, but it's going to be next Sunday where we announce all our champions, find out who the Going Gets Tough Award winner is, find out who the driver of the season is, also find out who the driver of the month is for November. But there's only been one race, so who won the 3M Singloves Going Gets Tough Award. We also got most committed commentator to announce and the commentator's champion as well. So still plenty of champions to be crowned and announced then as well. So we'll see you then for the final stream of season 19. But for now, I've been Jess Games. Jamie's been Jamie Met. Have a good night. And make sure you watch the final stream of season 19, the Pinnacle Tier. Goodbye.
Good night.